movie begins in Japan with the Suzuki family, who live in Tokyo. The father, Yoshi, finishes work and returns home. Mrs. Suzuki is on the phone with her father. He tells her she hasn't called in a long time and asks her to visit him. Their daughter Yui enters and sees the fish her grandfather sent. Her mother tells her to talk to her grandfather. She picks up the phone to speak with him and then hangs up. Yui says she doesn't like fish. Her mother is afraid to cut it and calls Yoshi, who is eating, to come cut the fish with her. He says no, so she tries to do it herself. Yui tells her mother to call her grandfather and tell him not to send fish again because no one in their family eats it. Her mother says, "How could I tell your grandfather that?" Yoshi is watching television and Yui sits next to him. She takes off the wig he is wearing. Suzuki comes in, returning from outside with food and listening to music through his headphones. Yoshi tells him to greet people when he comes in, but Suzuki doesn't hear him. Their mother taps his shoulder so he notices that his father is speaking. He goes to his room and sits at his laptop studying international economics. His sister is in her room holding her phone and shopping online. Her phone battery is about to die, so she plugs it in to charge. A new day begins. Yoshi wakes up late for work. The alarm didn't go off because the power is out. He rushes to change clothes and asks the time. His wife says she doesn't know because the electricity has cut off. That is the first day of the power outage. Yui wakes up and says their voices are loud. Her father tells her it's because the power is out. She pushes her parents and runs to check her phone, but it is dead. Their lives depend on electricity. They can't make breakfast because the oven and rice cooker need power. When they leave their building, they find the elevator broken due to the outage. Neighbors are stuck and don't know how to get down. Everyone ends up using the stairs. Yoshi goes to the train station to ride to work but discovers the trains have stopped because of the outage. The station workers tell people they don't know when power will return. The station is full of people. Suzuki is riding his bicycle but his phone battery dies. He sees everyone running and walking to their jobs because cars aren't working. No one can drive. Their mother goes downstairs, tired from all the stairs. She meets neighbors and finds out the electricity is out across the whole area. They decide they must buy candles. Her neighbors go buy candles and leave. She remembers she also needs some. Yoshi walks to work on foot and asks his manager the time. The manager says his watch has stopped. All the employees stand in front of the building because the doors are powered and won't open. Someone says they have to break the door to get in. They break the glass and enter the office, only to find the computers and telephones don't work and they can't do their work. Yui goes to school and greets her classmates, telling them her phone is dead and the electricity is out at her house. They tell her their power is out and their phones are dead too. Their mother goes to the market trying to buy ready meals for lunch but finds none. The market is very crowded. A store worker announces they cannot accept credit card payments because of the outage. Only cash is accepted. Their father is at work. They all sit waiting for the power to return so they can get their work done. The manager says administration ordered everyone to go home before nightfall. Yoshi stops at a shop and buys a bicycle. That night, the family eats dinner together by candlelight. Yoshi brings his work home and does it there. His wife scolds him for bringing work home even on a day like this, and he replies that the office has no power. Suzuki finishes eating and takes a candle to the bathroom. His mother tells him there is no water. Their mother still hopes the power will return tomorrow. She and Yoshi go out to the balcony and tell the kids to come see the stars. The third day without electricity arrives. The dishes pile up unwashed and laundry is everywhere. Their mother is exhausted and doesn't know what to do. Yoshi is at work and the manager announces administration will stop work until power returns. Yoshi leaves the company and sees his manager taking his family to a camp in the mountains to be near a water source. On his way to get his bicycle, Yoshi scares off a man who is trying to steal. Their mother carries empty jugs to a place near their house to fetch water. There are long lines. At the water source, people say the pumps are broken and can't bring up water. Yoshi rides his bicycle to the bank. The bank staff say they are not accepting withdrawals by credit card due to the outage, and that the cash withdrawal limit is 100,000 yen. The bank is extremely crowded and chaotic. In the crowd, Yoshi drops things and people trample them, injuring him and leaving him empty-handed. On day 7, the city is completely empty. Markets are empty of people and food, and schools are empty of students. A meeting suggests they must leave the place as soon as possible. Someone warns that if everyone leaves their homes, gangs will spread and there will be no one to protect them. After the meeting, their mother decides they should leave and go stay with her father in Kagoshima. Yui refuses and they try to convince her. Yoshi says they will go to the airport by bicycle. They take all the money they have and the next morning set off. Everyone mounts their bicycles. Yoshi carries his wife behind him. On the road, they see water being sold at different prices. Shop owners are exploiting the situation. Their mother bargains and buys water at a lower price. They rest in a park and eat together. Suzuki gives his mother a bicycle ride until they arrive at the airport, where crowds are gathered outside. An airport police officer tells them all flights are suspended because electricity in Tokyo and surrounding areas is out. People attack the police and chaos ensues. Police beat them back. The family goes to a hotel near the airport. The hotel manager raises the price and they have no other choice but to pay. They rest and have dinner together. Yua thinks they'll return home, but Yoshi tells her there is no food or water in Tokyo and no one can survive there. The only solution is to reach her grandfather in Kagoshima. The next day, Suzuki and Yui go to the market to buy a map to help them reach their grandfather. They find the shop empty but get the map. Yoshi and his wife find a bicycle for sale. When they try to pay, the seller says money has lost its value. Yoshi gives her a bottle of water and she cries, then accepts. They continue. Yoshi struggles to understand the map and throws it at Suzuki in anger. His wife sees a bridge and tells them to go up on it. They ride onto the highway and meet many travelers also heading out. They continue among them, feeling a little happy. At sunset, the family stops to rest under a tree beside a man and his wife. Suzuki drinks and the couple asks Yoshi for money so they can buy a bottle of water. Yoshi says they trade water for food, not money, and they have no food. He covers his bottle and says they have only one bottle left. That night they sleep on the grass in the street, freezing. Someone steals their water bottle. Suzuki chases the thief and finds he stole it for his infant daughter, so he lets him go. In the morning, they continue and enter a tunnel where elderly women stand at the entrance asking for water or food in exchange for help through the tunnel. Yui decides to go through without paying and the family follows. The tunnel is dark and frightening. They step on something soft, dead animals, and the women warn them about the carcasses. Terrified, they turn back but take one elderly woman with them to guide them to the tunnel's end. On day 16, they sit by a river washing their clothes until the water is gone. Yoshi is forced to drink river water and says it tastes good. They gather their things and resume walking. A severe storm hits. They abandon their bikes on the road and run to hide. Afterwards, they find their clothes and food ruined and one bike punctured. Yoshi falls ill from drinking the river water and holds his stomach. Suzuki and Yui search for food and water and find a nearby market. They are happy but discover it is empty. Yui brings cat food for them to eat. Suzuki finds distilled water condensed from batteries and drinks it. Yui tries it and finds it drinkable. Yoshi sits trying to start a fire. They return with the found supplies. Suzuki gives Yoshi a small light flame and Yui tastes the cat food even though it doesn't taste good. Suzuki fixes a tire using a mobile phone case and they continue their journey. They survive on cat food and battery water. By day 22, they meet a group of travelers resting and trade with them. Yoshi sees that the other family lives comfortably and removes the sticker from the cat food cans so they won't be embarrassed. He asks how they find water and food. They explain they filter mountain water through rocks to make it drinkable, then dry the food. One of the travelers photographs the family with his old battery-free camera. Yui asks if he can send them the photo and he promises to send it once power returns. The two families travel together for a while, and one family has a racing bicycle which helps them cover long distances quickly. After hours, they part ways. On day 43, Yui throws down her bicycle, saying she cannot continue and blaming her father for what they're going through. She cries that they have no food, no water, no showers, no clean clothes and says he shirked responsibility and lied when he told them to follow him. Yoshi shouts at her for speaking to her grandfather that way. Suzuki supports Yui's accusations. Their mother screams for them to be quiet. They continue traveling and find a water park where people are catching fish to eat. There is a long queue for meals but the fish supply is limited. When their turn comes, the fish are gone. Yoshi begs a worker to give food to his children, but the man has nothing to give and Yoshi breaks down crying. Exhausted and hopeless, they keep moving with little food or water. 67 days have passed since the outage. They enter farmland and rest. Yoshi sees a worm and almost eats it from hunger but instead spots a wild pig. They chase and catch it but none of them will slaughter it. Suddenly a man appears, kills the pig, and asks them to help. He carries the pig to his house and shows them he has a well. They drink eagerly. He asks them to help him catch pigs that escape from his farm. In return, he offers them food, drink, and shelter. They agree. They bathe, are given new clothes. Clothes the farmer had meant to wear to visit his son and family in America. The farmer says they can continue on their journey to their grandfather, and he gives them food for the road. 3 days later, they reach a river they must cross because their old map led them off course. Yoshi constructs a raft from wooden pieces and they cross with the bikes loaded onto the raft. Yoshi, Suzuki, and Yua swim while their mother stays on the raft. The weather is very cold. The raft begins to fall apart and sink. Suzuki lets go and swims. Yoshi is struck by a bike and covered by the water. Suzuki tries to save him but finds only his wig. They cry for him, thinking he drowned. By day 94, the family continues walking along the railway track. Their mother is upset with Yoshi and refuses to eat. They are attacked by dogs. The bag of food is grabbed and falls down a slope where she breaks her leg. The children carry her, and they continue along the tracks. Dogs chase them again until an old coal-powered train, the only one still running, approaches. The driver stops and lets them on. Many people ride this train because coal engines still work. They see their mother's broken leg and help her. Yoshi's body washes ashore and he is still alive. He manages to walk and finds a tractor nearby. He sits beside it and sees the coal train passing. He lights the flare that Suzuki had given him earlier so they can spot him. His wife and children see him through the train window. The train stops immediately. Everyone rejoices that he is alive, and they run to him. His wife brings his wig and gives it to him. Yoshi takes it, throws it away from the window, and they finally reach the grandfather after a long, difficult journey, on day 188 of the outage. They find their grandfather fishing. He takes them in and they live with him. After 2 years and 16 days without electricity, they are fishing and living well in the grandfather's village. One morning Yoshi wakes to an alarm ringing and searches for it. They all wake to music from loudspeakers. The village announces that electricity has returned. Vehicles come to clean Tokyo streets after 2.5 years, and power returns to the world. Scientists try to understand why the global outage happened, but no one knows the cause. After a few weeks, the family returns to their normal life in Tokyo. Their mother prepares fish and Yui, who once disliked fish, is happy to eat it. Each family member has breakfast. Yoshi forgets his meal and his wife runs to give it to him as he leaves. Mail arrives and they see the photo taken while they were traveling to the grandfather's village. The outage taught them not to take any blessing from God lightly. They learned to respect and appreciate one another, and the power outage made them spend time together instead of being on their phones and televisions that used to take all their time. And that's where the movie ends. We'll meet again in another recap. Thank you for watching.